Welcome to the Savvy Money Show. Me, your host Sean. Today we're talking about gold. Always believe in yourself. Sorry about the singing. Don't dislike for the singing. Now we're talking about gold and silver stocks and ones that are undervalued. First off, if you remember that I spoke about in April, May, June and July, spoke about Barrick Gold and GDX, which is a gold miners ETF, which is heavily weighted to Barrick Gold, and that with a focus on gold, back on gold, with Warren Buffett picking up so many of it. I can see a rise in gold, but we don't want to be buying into gold when it's when everyone else is. We want to be buying in before they do. Of course, when gold is on the rise because people are buying heavily into it, then we need to find ones that are undervalued. And remember what I said, how silver rises behind gold. So then gold rises, usually takes a bit of time for silver to catch up. So bear this in mind when you're going for mines that are both gold and silver, not just gold. Anyway, let's get on with the show. And don't forget to hit that lovely like button, almost as lovely as me. Helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Become part of the Savvy Money Show family. We give each other hints and tips and updates about stocks and shares we talk about on the show. As well as that, you can ask me to look into any share you want, and I don't charge a Discord fee or ask for a Patreon. All I do ask is for you to comment in the box below and hit the like button, even if you disagree with me. Especially if you disagree with me, I like a debate. And if I do something wrong, I want you to call me on it so I can improve the channel. And why not check out the links in the description below? There's lots of others. I've used each one of them myself. I wouldn't give you links if I haven't checked them out myself. If you're looking for a free trading platform which should trade your stocks and shares, you can get a free share worth up to £200 for signing up and depositing a small amount. A free trade only requires a £1 deposit. The others require £100 or dollars, depending on which one you go for. Stake has over 3,500 US stocks on their books, which is the biggest one outside of the US. Whereas Trading 212 is one of the best and easiest platforms to use. But as I said, I use all three. Anyway, on with the show. My criteria for this is that they either started producing this year or they will start producing this year. There is one that is due to start producing either late 2021 or beginning of 2022, but its share price reflects that. And just to put into context, there's one undervalued one that is producing, so you can see the difference in volumes and prices. So we start with Arcana Gold Inc. You can see it's got a low float, especially for a miner, and market cap. And it's 6 months ago it reported a loss, but it will do until it starts producing. Now it's started a little rise, but it's had a pullback. So there's nothing too major. And bear in mind, I'm not doing a deep dive because there's a lot of tickers to go through. Go to Silvercrest Metals, ticker symbol SILV, and again a low float, and there's not too much information about it, but if you do a deep dive you will find out a bit more about it. Also, please check out my video from the weekend on Silver Elephant. because I think that is a good one to go into as well. I haven't included it here because it is already producing. We have Arcana Corporation, again low float, although this is getting to the higher range, but this has had insider buying as well, and this is one that has just started production, or they're about to produce apparently, but they reckon they've started production. Loom Golden Minerals Company. Now this one had a run up and a pullback. Again, the volume is high for a small one, but the market cap is low, and apparently it's supposed to be a fairly good one, but I need to do a deeper dive into that before I enter it. But bear in mind, I haven't done a deep dive on any of these except for the ones I've already mentioned in previous videos. So we've got Chesapeake Gold Corporation, and again the volume is incredibly low because it hasn't started producing yet. Highcroft Mining Corporation. Now with this, I think this could be a good one. It's got a low volume. There's not much news about it, but I think once some news, it's had a spike up and come back down. So we have LRTNF Pure Gold Mine, and again a volume, the market cap next one is Pure Gold Mining, and you see it's had a bit of a pull up, and its total liabilities is 81 million against 131 million assets. So volume again low, market cap low, and deserves further research. We've got the America's Silver Corporation. Now you might see a trend here. I'm keeping away from those in countries like Buenos Aires. People are saying, what about Bolivia? But as I said during Silver Elephant, apparently Bolivia's okay. It's just like, and you'll find a lot of undervalued ones. But Buenos Aires, the government just goes in and snatches. And some big companies, such as Barrick, even had to go to court with the government over it. You know, but you have no comeback, so that's why a lot of people stay out. But you see here, America's Silver Corporation, 1.4 million, is already started producing. You can see the difference in the float of the ones that have started producing or are about to produce, and the ones that are due to produce this year. You know, you've got between 52,000 to 600,000, and then there are over 1 million the ones that are producing. And you've got here 82,000, and you've got insider buying on it. Tell the truth, I think you've got a bit of insider buying on all of them because you're looking at them. Now we have, when I spoke about before, this is it in pennies, so it's £2.93. So it's, but a lot of UK stocks are fairly low because the float is traditionally high. But this one, the float is low, 114. Now it's a $1 billion market cap, gives a 2.39% dividend, and it's had a bit of a rise. Its beta score is 0.7, the PE ratio is 6, but it's just something for you to compare. It's a producing one, but it's in the early stages, and I think it's one for you to compare. You can have a look at the financials with gold mining stocks. Got to be compared when they are not producing. You've got to be prepared for a lot of volatility. I hold Barrick Mining before it was a producing company. Look at that, 426 million, and the assets 1.4 billion. Now, I held Barrick Gold when it was known as African Barrick Gold, before it actually started producing, and before it split into two companies. The thing you have to realise is it's incredibly volatile, and you had months, even years, where it just stayed flat, and people would jump out because of that. But then you would just get one catalyst that would send it up, and on an upward trend, and it just wouldn't stop. And that's the reason why. Now, the catalyst we have at the moment is people tend to follow Buffett and his trades, and they will go into gold. When they go into gold, it rises the price of gold. We have a volatile moment in the market, so people go into gold. We have risk of inflation, people go into gold. It raises gold. What does it do? Gold mining stocks go up, silver mining stocks go up. Now, first off, the producing ones go up. After that, the non-producing ones go up, because what they do is they take a geological report, the banks, and they say however many ounces you have in the ground, that's how much we will leverage your position against. We'll work out how much the current price is, and that's how much we'll leverage your position against, and we will, so that's how much your company is worth, plus all the equipment and everything. But the thing is, they still have to pay someone to get their workers to get it out and to process it. You know, it's, even when they get it out of the ground, it's still stuck in rocks. You know, they risk damaging it. So they, depending on the type of equipment they get, how good the equipment is, how old the equipment is, depends on how much gold they actually recover. So you will find undervalued producing miners. Over the past couple of months, I have listed a few. You will, however, might find it better to go into a miner that's about to start producing, because what happens with the oil stocks, once they have a well online, it shoots up. Same with gold miners, once they hit a gold stream, it shoots up. Anyway, there was one I didn't mention, but it has this one again. This one is a producer already, so it's thing about this one is you can see how the debt to dead to assets, they've got no issues. But the problem is they have a small amount when it comes to money. Why? Because as soon as they get money in, they reinvest it into getting the gold out. They have one of the largest streams of gold in Ireland, and they have a number of mines, and they haven't wanted to dilute the shareholders. They've kept the float low. So you've seen here, it's gone with the price of gold. But before then, you look at a 5-year chart, again when the gold was high, and other than when gold was high, it's just more or less stayed flat. Now, these are things you need to make your own, do your own research about, come up with your own plan. I've already said about the ones I'm going into. I will also do further research on some of these and then decide which ones I'm going into. Don't forget to comment in the box below which gold mining stocks you're into or going into, and which silver ones you're going into, and don't forget to hit the like button. It has taken a lot of time to go through all this. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.